Yeah, we're live. What's happening, guys? How we doing out there? Kind of came out of nowhere with the stream, huh? Man, with that thumbnail, that thumbnail is just amazing. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna ignore the thumbnail. I'm just playing. Totally put hours upon hours into that thumbnail. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. I want to play some music, but I don't want to get copyrighted. I'm really in that mood. I just want to play some music, kick back, relax, and hang out with you guys. But I don't know how that's gonna go. How you guys doing out there? Oh, we got Mike True Luck Reviews here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hey, sorry I haven't seen a lot of your reviews lately, man. I've been extremely busy. I'm hoping to get back to YouTube more often now, so I'm gonna try and watch more of your reviews. There's a lot of people I got to catch up on their channels and stuff. That thumbnail is beautiful. What you mean? Just kidding. I totally put hours into that thumbnail. Totally did. I'm really wanting to play some music, but I don't think I can. I don't think YouTube will let me. You guys think YouTube would let me? I don't know. Man. I don't think YouTube's ready for that. They'll be like, "You're doing illegal activity! Illegal!" Nah, bro. I'm playing some music. That's not illegal. But it's copyrighted. Or you've been flagged. That's how it goes, huh? But how you guys doing out there tonight? You guys doing good? Yeah, I know, man. I agree. I wish we could do more on channels. I wish we had more freedom. I am like fucking up my hair. I'm trying to get to look decent, bro. Just look at that. I guess I could keep it like that. Like that. Slow the video down like dun, 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 dun. I just figured I'd get on here and talk with you guys for a little bit. Chill before I make some videos. YouTube won't let you do anything without cuddly teddy bears anyway. Yeah, man. I mean, it seems like anymore you can't do anything. What's up, Dev? How you doing, bro? How you doing? By the way, Dev, I don't know why it took me so long to realize this, but your icon is Scarecrow. I don't know why it took me so long to notice that, but it did. And I was like, oh, yeah, he is the Master of Fear. He's using Scarecrow. Oh, shit. I'd be like the 90s music video hairdo. What's up, girl? Standing in the mist. Oh, shit. What's up, Chuck? How's it going, man? Man, we got a lot of people in here just hanging out. Hey, what's up, Aiden? How you doing, bro? What you been up to? What's everybody been up to today? Did everybody get into anything? I know it's kind of crazy right now. There's a lot of shit going on, but, I've been just trying to, I don't know, game a little bit. Took a little bit of time off work, so I had some vacation time. Figured I'd use it. So I've been just watching movies, playing games. If anybody has Apex out there, let me know. I play Apex. Pretty decent, I hope. I just came back to it, so hopefully I'm doing decent. But yeah, if anybody likes Apex out there, let me know, bro. I like Apex. Not much has been watching JG stream. Yeah, I seen he was streaming. Again, I can't believe I always miss the streams. I popped in for a minute, then somebody texted me and I had to go do something. So sorry if JG comes here. If he's still streaming, I don't know if he's still streaming or not. But if he does come here, I'll apologize. You was sleeping? Sounds like what I was doing earlier. Just reviewed a movie the director wanted me to watch. Really? A director asked you to watch his movie and review it? That's awesome, man. Yeah. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, but it's just like Every time I try to sit down and watch JG stream, I get like a text or somebody's like, "Hey, we're gonna go do something." I'm like, or it's during the weekdays and like I work really late, so I always end up missing his streams. I miss a lot of people's streams because I work so late because everybody streams around 8 o'clock. So when everybody streams, I'm at work, so that's why I'm always missing it. But dude, I really enjoy his stuff. And again with Mike Trueluck reviews, I mean, I really enjoy his stuff. I've been watching his videos since, well, for a while. I think his first review he did, not his first review. I seen his, I believe it was his Friday the 13th Part 3 review was the first one I watched, and then he's got a lot of good ones. I remember his Star Wars ones, his Hills Have Eyes ones, his Creep Show ones. Yeah, Mike's videos are pretty good too. Jumbo, I don't know why I said Jumbo. Grande's Grindhouse double feature video. Yeah, see, I missed that one too. I was gonna watch that one. I missed a lot of streams earlier. I was gonna watch his and JG's stream and kind of go back and forth, But again, as soon as I was getting ready to watch their stuff, I had to go do some stuff. So, it's been busy, man. It's been really busy. Just trying to, keep up with everything that's going on. I mean, really, it's just a lot going on right now. So it's exhausting sometimes because there's just so much going on nowadays. But I guess I'm adapting to it. I guess I'm adapting the best way I can. So, yeah. I guess I could show you guys some new DVDs that I got today. And, one of them's a Blu-ray, one of them's a DVD. And I guess I'll show the Blu-ray first. I got Crystal Lake Memories, the complete history of Friday the 13th on Blu-ray. This is awesome. If anybody out there is a fan of Friday the 13th and you want to see a really good documentary made on it, this is over 5 hours long, I think. It took 2 discs to complete this documentary. I think it's over 5 hours long. And if you can somehow get the other edition, there's a edition out there that's a 3-disc set. And the 3-disc set is like over 6, almost 7 hours of nothing but behind the scenes stuff at Friday the 13th. Really, really good. If you're a fan of Friday the 13th, this was paid about $13 for this. Dirt cheap, considering it's a Blu-ray, considering it's a 5-hour long Blu-ray. Dirt cheap. You can find it for a pretty good price. I don't know about the 3-disc set, because I heard the 3-disc set was like when you pre-ordered it, and that was a long time ago. So I don't know about the 3-disc set, but this is still good enough for me. This is 5 hours of just a documentary. And they go from part 1 to the remake. And they kind of do a little bit of an overview. Very, very cool. Yeah, they actually they give like an hour, almost like either not an hour because that'd be really long. They give like a good 30 minutes of sequel, like a good 30, 40 minutes type for a sequel. So like the first one, second one, third one, and I thought it was pretty cool how they gave every movie a fair chance. Like they didn't just skim past part 5. Or they didn't just go, oh, yeah, Jason Goes to Hell was made, but we don't talk about that one. Pretty much what the 2009 documentary did. I'm like, dude, I'm a fan. I'm pretty sure there are other fans out there of that movie. I hope I'm not alone out there in the universe. But they gave every movie its just desserts. They gave them all about 30 minutes of talking. So that's pretty cool. And you got interviews with the names are on the back. Those are all people that get interviewed, Sean S. Cunningham, Corey Feldman narrates this. Yes, Corey Feldman narrates this. Sorry about that. But, yeah, Corey Feldman narrates this. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, I don't know if I can even reach this, but I know you're seeing my legs unexposed. But I do have the old documentary. This one's only about an hour and a half. And I mean, it has The coolest part is it does have a second disc with a lot of cool features. But to be honest, it's cool, but it's awesome having a 5 hour long documentary. So yeah, it's pretty. I recommend it if you guys want to check out an in-depth look at Friday the 13th. It's cheap and it's awesome. This is my favorite horror documentary. My favorite documentary used to be one called Nightmares and Red, White, and Blue. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that one. That one's really good. That one's a great one. It's narrated by Lance Henriksen, and it goes from the 20s to the present day, which that's a good one too. That used to be my favorite. This is not my favorite horror documentary. It's really amazing. Sorry, I missed a lot of comments here. I had to scroll back up. My bad, guys. I just kept on jammering on. Still thinking about seeing Jason Goes to Hell on a Friday, Jason X. I like them. I mean, Jason X is weird for me because I want to like it, but in the back of my mind, I'm kind of like, it is a little cringy. It is a little bad. But I guess if you want to go into it and turn your brain off and just have fun, that's the best way I can describe that one. Those are the only ones I haven't seen besides the remake, so might as well give them a watch sometime. Yeah, they're really short films. I think Jason Goes to Hell, you might like it. It's really different. That's the thing. It's really, really different. It's a way different movie than the other ones. Yeah, man. I mean, Jason X is more on a comedy side than anything. Can definitely see that. Memories is totally awesome. YouTube a long time ago. Yeah, that's how I first came across it too. And I was like, man, I gotta get this someday. Do the posters bash. Actually, if there's only one problem for me with Jason Goes to Hell, it's that poster because it looks so cool. And like, I like that demon design better than the one in the movie. So like, in a way, you're not getting anything in that front cover. You don't get Jason in flames, like the mask in flames. You don't get a metal hockey mask. You don't get a demon like that. Everything's different in the movie. So I was kind of like, really, I don't hate a lot of things in Jason Goes to Hell, other than the fact that you could tell they just wrote stuff in there out of nowhere. Like they completely wrote stuff in there that was never in a Jason movie before. Like, oh, he has a sister now. I'm like, where did that come from? And they even spell Voorhees wrong. I'm not even that much of a horror geek, but I can tell when you spell the name Voorhees wrong, and they put like 1,000 E's in Voorhees. So it's like, you know. And people don't like the fact that it has like the Book of the Dead in it and stuff. I love that. I think it's such a cool, because in a way, the Evil Dead, this movie just made the Evil Dead Jason series and the Elm Street series all in the same universe. I love that. I don't know about you guys, but I love that. I think it's absolutely great. But a lot of people actually hate the fact that the Book of the Dead's in this movie. The Necronomicon, I don't know why I can't say it, but the Book of the Dead, they don't like the way that it's in the movie. But I actually love it. I think it's cool. I guess some MTN Dew. Mountain Dew. But yeah, I always wish they could have put the metal mask in the movie. Oh, dude, the KMB effects are amazing. No, the demons in the movie, it's just not. It doesn't look like that. It looks like the one on the front cover is more of a snake demon. Worm demon, and then the movie it's more of a demon, like one of those generic demon designs. I can't describe it. It's just like no imagination to the design of it in the movie. Advertised as portrait. I don't really like that either. Yeah, I don't really like that either, man. But yeah, I picked that up, and then I got this today, which is like the most confusing DVD ever because it's the new 4K restoration of Maniac, which is cool, but I'm like, how can you get 4K on a DVD? It doesn't make sense to me, but you know, I guess it was 4K scan, and then maybe they compressed it to an SD because you can't have a 4K DVD. I don't care how hard you try. There is no 4K DVD. if there's a 4K DVD, I could shit my pants because I didn't even know that they could make a 4K DVD. But did get Maniac mainly because, again, great price. Love this movie. I like this movie a lot. I really do. But I'm kind of in the minority with it. I like the remake a little bit more. It's great. I still think this one's a great movie. I still think Joe Spinell is amazing in it. I think it's a good, gritty, grimy, disgusting atmosphere. And I think it's a really, like, not really mean-spirited, but a really just gritty movie. It's a movie that when you watch it, it makes you kind of want to take a shower after you watch it. And I think it's definitely a well-made horror film with an iconic poster. But yeah, the Blue Underground DVD, I have that. It was pretty cheap, and I know it's not going to be 4K, but at least it's going to be a good restoration. So I did get this recently, and then I've got on the way, I've got Creature and The Initiation, which I've never seen. I've actually never seen the Initiation or Creature, the original Creature, not the remake. I think there's a remake out there. The one from the 80s, whichever one that is. But I got those two coming, so I'm probably going to give those a watch and a review soon. Maniac looks so great. Need to watch Maniac. Oh, dude, it's great. It's got Joe Spinell in it. If you've ever seen Taxi Driver, he's in that. He's in Rocky. And I want to say it was another movie, but I can't remember right now. I know I've seen him in at least one more movie. Yeah. Dude, you're going to love it. It's great. It's a great one. I think it's awesome. I think there's a difference between brutal and mean-spirited. Yeah. Like, I would say Cannibal Holocaust. Well, maybe, yeah. Cannibal Holocaust, definitely not a wonderful film to watch. Like, you're not going to watch and go, oh my God, that was amazing. No, you're going to be like, I'm depressed now, you know? I would say Cannibal Ferox, though, is more mean-spirited than Holocaust, because Ferox just shows everything. And it's right there in front of you, and it's done on purpose. Like, I would say Ferox. I've always liked Ferox because it's more... Holocaust is more of a movie. Cannibal Holocaust is more of a movie about the message, about the brutality, about the way that it's done with the camera aspect. And it's still brutal. It's still mean-spirited and grim. But I feel like Ferox is a more grindhouse, sleazy, dark, just gritty as fuck kind of a movie. One of those movies that does not give a fuck. It will show you literally anything. And that's why it's really shocking when I first seen it. It was definitely really shocking. It's funny how you say that because I do want to try and shoot a review on this. I don't know what's going to happen. And people are like, what the fuck do you own this? I guess curiosity. I don't know. I found it for very cheap. So I was like, you know what? These are rare movies. So I might as well pick it up while I can. But yeah, I do have American Guinea Pig, Bouquet of Guts and Gore. I want to do a review on it soon. Not sure if I'm going to do it or not because this is a very extreme film. But maybe. We'll see. I don't even think I can show you guys the back of this because it's like really, really intensely gory. But yeah, I do want to shoot a review on it. I just not sure yet. We'll see if I'll shoot. I possibly. It's not none of it's real or anything like that. Just a really extreme kind of horror film. But you know what? Maybe I will shoot a review on it. I mean, it is a horror film, and I am the explorer of horror. So sometimes you just explore, the darker side of horror, I guess. But I don't know. I wanted to see it because I knew that it was made on a low budget. I know that the producer was a guy. I don't want to say. I want to say he was involved with other movies, like other low budget horror films. And I know that it has a guy named Ate the Chosen One, which I believe is another horror YouTuber. I believe. I know it was made very, very cheap. And I don't know, the guinea pig movies are just so infamous that, I've always wanted to just at least watch one of them. So there's Sing Kong's Island, homage to Cannibal Holocaust. I know, I kind of got a vibe from that movie when I was watching it. I was like, it kind of seemed like a Cannibal Holocaust thing going on. The one I saw was the Japanese original. Yeah, those ones are super rare. Like, I know they have them. I think they have them online and stuff like that. But like, I'm talking about if you want to physically own the guinea pig movies, they're really hard to find. Like, unless you want to pay $300-$400 for a box set, they're really hard to find physical copies of. Hell, the American guinea pig movies are hard to find. They're all like that was the cheapest one. That was $13, and the other ones are like at least $19-$20 a piece. So even the American guinea pig, even the American guinea pig movies are hard to find. When I say it's nothing but torture film like a home video, I'm not kidding. Yeah, that's pretty much what that movie is. Why the review probably won't even be that long, because really, it is what you would think it is. It's just people being tortured for like barely 70 minutes. So, but I thought for what it was, I think people put it the best way in this sense. It's like a special effects showcase. You watch it to see the gore effects and to see how the gore effects look. And they look fucking really realistic. So it's creepy and realistic, but not a good horror movie since there doesn't seem to be purpose to it. Yeah, I wouldn't say you could sit down and watch it like randomly. It's a hard film to just sit down and watch. Like, there's no plot. There's no plot. There's no story. It's just 70 minutes of simulated torture. And I guess the only reason why I wanted to see it is because of how infamous the series was, and also because I heard the gore effects were really impressive, and they were. I mean, there's a few shots that really people said they were awful effects, but I'm like, no, they still look good. Like, the effects looked realistic, really realistic. But I thought with American Guinea Pig, what I thought was pretty cool was they had a really cool look for the killer. Like, Ain't the Chosen One's look in this movie with that mask, like, that's a pretty cool look for a killer. I kind of want to see a solo horror film with Ain't the Chosen One playing the killer and see how that would go. Because he did a good job playing the killer. He's intense. I think I've seen the creature from the 80s. I think it takes place in outer space around Saturn's moons. The creature hunts a bunch of astronauts. Really? Really? That sounds interesting. And I've been in an alien movie mood because I just got done watching Alien through Alien Resurrection the other day. Not all in one day. That'd be fucking insane. But I watched them all within like 3 days. So I didn't really watch the other ones, though. I just wanted to watch the ones with Sigourney Weaver in them, like the main four. So I just watched those. What's up, Deb? Good to see you back. But yeah, I got it because I heard a lot of great things about it. And I'm really in the mood to watch some space horror films. So I don't know if Extra is a space horror film, but it looked like it was. So I might give that a watch. I know I honestly don't know of too many space horror films. I do have 2001: A Space Odyssey over there from John over at Browner's Graveyard. So I might give that a watch one day. I got so many movies I want to watch, to be honest, but I don't have all the time to watch them. But I'm hoping at least film. These are the reviews I want to get out. I want to try to get a review out for this film. I rewatched Get Out, so I want to give that a review sometime. I know tonight I'm going to try and get this a review, so that'll be coming soon. The Stepfather review, so I'm going to try and get those recorded. Sorry, I'm still coughing. I've had this for like ever. The only torture movies I've seen is the Hostel trilogy. Only like the one and part 3. Those are the ones I first seen too. Those are the ones. That's back in the torture film, torture horror kind of days. Turn off from. I think it might have turned me off torture films. It's not really. I mean, they're not really rewatchable because they're just torture films. Like I used to hate Trauma, and I used to hate like movies like this where it was just torture. But I mean, I guess I can see why they were done for effects to showcase effects. I mean, really, if you think about it, they're movies that the main focus is the makeup effects. So the makeup crew is starring in the film, not literally, but you know what I mean. The makeup crew's work is the star of the film. So I can respect the fact that they gave the makeup effects artists and the makeup effects they gave it um, kind of its moment with these movies. I mean, they're not really. There's no plot. There's no story. There's no meaning. The acting really isn't the best, but I mean, for what the movie is, it's. I guess it is what it is. Kind of one of those things. I can't really say it's like a great film, but it is what it is. Yeah, they're definitely not fun to watch. They're intense. They're intense. That was really not fun to watch. I mean, it was like I was sitting there like, man, this is all this just torturing, man. I love Creature. I hope you love it too, Horror Boy. Yeah, I definitely want to give it a watch one day. I definitely want to give it a watch. Yeah, that's my absolute favorite horror film. It's my favorite for many reasons. It's my favorite because I remember when I first seen that movie, it just stuck with me. And I think in Blu-ray, it looks amazing too. My PlayStation just turned off automatically, but on Blu-ray, it looks beautiful. And yeah, that is my favorite horror film. I absolutely love the original Chainsaw Massacre. A lot. And I still watch it occasionally. It's just one of those film worlds that Tobe Hooper made, like Poltergeist, that really sucks you into the world. Like you feel like you're part of the world. I know it sounds really hippie and crazy to say that, but like the atmosphere is so well done. You feel like you're really in the desert, in a house with bones. He did a great job making you feel like you're seeing a bloodbath, and you're really not. I mean, that movie barely has any gore in it at all. So, definitely rest in peace to Tobe Hooper. Rest in peace, Tobe Hooper. He's a legend. Miss him, man. He was a great filmmaker, great person. I've seen plenty of his interviews. Seemed like a really cool guy. So, definitely rest in peace to legendary Wes Craven. Wes Craven too, but Tobe Hooper. Wes Craven, Tobe Hooper, George Romero, all guys that have passed away, unfortunately, and I miss them all. They're great. They're great filmmakers. They're wonderful people. They're smart people, and they attributed a lot to film. I definitely appreciate it. But Chainsaw Massacre for me, what stuck out was just how realistic it seemed, and really no other Chainsaw Massacre movie looked that realistic. Like Part 2 is more of a comedy. Part 3 is more of a straightforward horror film. I think what it was the sequels and remakes and prequels and stuff are too Hollywood. You can't make Chainsaw Massacre too Hollywood, to me. You just can't. I mean, they're good movies. They're great films. But when you make Chainsaw Massacre with a bigger budget and more Hollywood, it doesn't feel real anymore, or realistic, or raw, or just dirty. It doesn't have that dirty grindhouse low budget look the first one had. And in that movie's case, it works. It's beautiful. The atmosphere is beautiful, man. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the music too. A lot of reasons why I love that movie. I can go on and on and on, but we'll be sitting here all night because I just can't get enough of that film. Oops, I went like way up in the comments. Hold on. Scroll down. There we go. Life. Yeah, I heard about that movie. The poster intrigued me, and the cast. I know it has a pretty cool cast, but I seen that poster of the hand on the window, and I was like, And then I heard reviews of all people just saying it was an Alien ripoff, so I was like, I mean, I think horror and space go together really well. I mean, if you look at it, Aliens, you look at, I don't know if you consider, I don't know. I kind of want to take that back because we do have Jason X, which is, We had Hellraiser Bloodline, which is, Leprechaun 4, which is, not even, Leprechaun 4 sucks. It's horrible. So I would say space done well is cool. When it's done well, it's done very well. But when it's done badly, it's done horribly. And I think there's one out there, a good YouTuber named Rambo Rat for Life. He did a review on this movie called Star Crystal. And apparently it's a horror film where the alien reads like a Bible or something and becomes like, it changes its ways because it now believes in the Bible or something like that. So I heard about that movie, Star Crystal, or whatever it was. So that one sounds really funny. Never seen Hostel. Never seen Hostel? Interesting. Yeah, I agree, man. Poltergeist, Chainsaw Massacre. I enjoy this movie. If you guys haven't seen this one, Tobe Hooper film he made after Chainsaw Massacre, considered by many to be a ripoff, but I think it's a really well-made film. I really enjoy Eaten Alive. And if you're wondering, what, he made a cannibal movie? No, that's the other Eaten Alive. That's Eaten Alive, the cannibal film. That's Eaten Alive about a psycho and an alligator, crocodile, whatever, killing people. The first movie I had seen was Friday the 13th. That's interesting because the first horror film I remember seeing was Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember I went into I think it was my aunt's house or something like that. I was really young, and I went to go watch a movie. And I seen the VHS because this was a while ago, so VHS was kind of fading out because DVD and Blu-rays are starting to get in, but they had a VHS player, and I remember stumbling across the old school VHS of Nightmare on Elm Street, that poster, the classic one. I remember like, whoa, like what's this? I seen that in Phantasm that night, and it scared the shit out of me. Nightmare on Elm Street scared the shit out of me. And like the moments that really scared me was like when Freddy Krueger gets his face pulled off and the demon face underneath, well, not really demon, but like a skull, like a laughing skull face kind of underneath of it. When she pulls his face off, I got up and I ran out of the room. Like, it scared me a lot. I'll be honest. I remember I watched Phantasm later. Phantasm didn't really scare me as a kid. It was more of a weird movie. I was like, what is this? The only part that I remember being a kid and watching Phantasm and going like, oh my God, that was scary, was when the sphere came out of nowhere and, hits the guy in the head and just drills a hole through his head. That was the part that I thought was pretty scary, but I never really got into Phantasm until later on, and I became a really big fan of it. The director of CreatureMadeFear.com. Oh no! That early 2000s horror film that I heard was just terrible. I heard it was terrible, man. I've never seen it. I seen the poster, and I had a pretty cool looking poster, but I've never seen it. They should have made a Velmer and Chop Top movie. Vilmer! Get that bitch, Leather! We're having some more fun today! Me! Yo, I'm telling you right now, Matthew McConaughey is the best part of that movie. He's the best part of that film. He's amazing in that movie. What you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? 1, 2. Take your fucking chances. Or, nobody asked for your fucking opinion. He just throws a person on the ground. Okay, I'll stop doing impressions. Hellraiser Bloodline is the cure for insomnia. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, I can only go into it for the gore and for the way it's like directed, but it's definitely the downfall. Never seen Eaten Alive. I recommend it. If you like Chainsaw Massacre, you'll like it. It is very similar to Chainsaw Massacre, but I think it was done well for what it was. Really weird, strange, kind of little horror film. Devin's first horror film he watched was Freddy vs. Jason. That's a movie I grew up with a lot. That and AVP and Jason X. Halloween 4 was always one that I watched for some reason. Well, I'm not going to say for some reason. I still love Halloween 4 to death. I love Halloween 4 a lot. But I always used to watch Halloween 4. And I remember watching a lot of Halloween 4, and Lake Placid was also one that I used to watch a lot. I remember I watched this movie growing up called Tail Sting, which is like snakes. It's like Snakes in the Plane with scorpions. It's a really low-budget movie, but I remember it being really fun. Hey, what's up, Grande? How's it going? What's up? Hey, man, I want to apologize for not seeing the stream earlier, man. I'm definitely going to watch it later on. I was really wanting to check it out, but as soon as I was getting ready to watch it, somebody called me, and we had to go do stuff, and I got busy, then I couldn't watch it, and now I feel like a piece of shit. But I'm sorry for not checking out your stream, bro. I'll definitely give it a watch later on tonight, for sure. Yeah, classic rant. Classic rant, man. Classic. Evil Dead 2, what a start, man. What a start. Nice. I'll have to give it a watch someday. I heard it was great. Was John Carpenter's Halloween, and I become a John Carpenter fan after that. Dude, yeah. Halloween I grew up with it a lot as well. It was like after I seen Elm Street. After I seen Elm Street, I watched a lot of Jason, a lot of Halloween, a lot of I think I watched Evil Dead 1 around that time as well. Nice, man. Halloween Town 2. Interesting. I didn't know that. I love Halloween Town. Well, I love Halloween Town 1. I wouldn't say love Halloween Town 2. Tobe Hooper's first movie, Eggshells. Yeah, I heard it's really rare. It's party time because the Grande's graveyard's here. Party! It's party time! It's good to see you, John. It's good to see you. Oh, we're just chilling, bro. I just figured I'd get on here and hang out with you guys for a little bit. Just hanging out, man. Chilling and willing and doing. Like I showed them earlier, John, you already know I got this. I think I sent you guys a picture of this too, but I got Maniac, and I got Creature coming from the 80s, and I got The Initiation coming. So, never seen any of them. I mean, I've seen this one, but I didn't see Creature or Initiation yet, so I'll be watching those soon. And for those wondering if the Hills of Ice review is going to continue, they will. I'm just trying to motivate myself to watch Hills of Ice Part 2, because I really don't want to watch it. I haven't seen it all the way through for good reason, because I started watching it and I seen a scene where a dog had a flashback, and I went, nope, turn that movie off. I was like, really? Is this dog having a flashback right now? It really is. It really does. It has a flashback. in the movie. It made it to the movie, man. It made it to the final product. A dog having a flashback. And a blind chick being the most psychic blind chick ever, where she's beating people up when she's blind. And you have a score that, I mean, I get it's Harry Manfredini, but it sounds just like Friday the 13th. So does Slaughter High. If you watch Slaughter High, there's actually music in that movie from Friday the 13th. If you listen closely in that movie. You know how in the Friday the 13th, I love Slaughter High, by the way, so I love that movie. But you know how in Jason they have Slaughter High does the same sound effect with like bells because the Jester mask has little bells on it. That's so awesome, man. Dude, Chainsaw Massacre 2 is one of my favorite sequels, man. I'm taking it all down to hell. What's that? Some new health food group? Or what's that from? The Rambo 3 soundtrack? Love Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yeah, man, it's bad. I didn't even make it past the first 20 minutes. I'm like, this movie is all stock footage and flashbacks from dogs. I'm not finishing this movie. Yeah, Wes Craven pretty much disowned Hills of Ice Part 2. He even said he made it just to get the... I mean, really, Hills of Ice Part 2 can be thanked for one reason. It gave him a budget for making Nightmare on Elm Street because he needed to have a budget for his next movie. So he made that movie, and the budget was for his next film, Nightmare on Elm Street. So at least we got that out of the deal. But, yeah, man. Dog having a flashback. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, there's literally, I want you guys, if you guys, I might do a live commentary watching Hills of Ice Part 2. So we can all suffer together. But I wanted to do a Hills of Ice Part 2 commentary weeks ago, but I didn't end up getting to it. So maybe I'll do it this time so we can all watch it in pain. Yeah, I'm just joking. I mean, it will be in pain. I mean, I'm not going to enjoy watching it. It's just, I figured why not get on there and have it's up to you guys if you guys want to see it or not. Live commentary on that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes because that's a lot of torture for commentary. Yeah, there's like stock footage. But if you guys ever watch that movie, if we do that commentary, we need to count how many times Kane Hodder says Ruby. Because literally every 5 minutes that he's on screen, it's Ruby, 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 Ruby. I'm like, what is this, Poltergeist 3? Poltergeist 3? Carol Ann, Carol Ann, Carol Ann, Carol Ann, Carol Ann, Carol Ann, Carol Ann. Where are you, Carol Ann? I'm like, why are you saying the name so many times? Hills of Ice Part 2. Ruby, Ruby. I'm just like, no, stop saying the name. I don't care. You know, it's like torture. Oh man, that's John's favorite movie right there. That's John's favorite Wes Craven movie. He loves that movie. I'm fucking with you guys. I think he hates that movie. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. When Drayton gets his hymns chopped off. Where's the fuck you, Charlie? Nice, man. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh my God. Act 2. That would be one hell of a stream, John. Yeah, we could definitely do that. That'd be fun, right? That'd be fun. We should drink every time he says Ruby. We don't want to all die from alcohol poisoning, man. Because I'm pretty sure that would probably happen. Like he said it again. I can't even put next shot yet. He said it again. Oh my God. Pause it. Pause it. Everybody pause it. I can't focus. And then by the end of it, we're like, well, guys, that was Hills of Ice Part 2. I'm going to like pass out now. And then that'd be the stream for the rest of the night. 2007 was pretty mixed reviews. I actually enjoy that Hills of Ice too. It's not as good as the remake, like the first film, but For a fun little slasher movie, it's pretty decent. I like it. I probably only have a problem with the cast really isn't, or not really the cast, but the characters aren't as strong as the first remake. But, and also the CGI enhancement and stuff like that. But besides that, I actually do enjoy the Hills of Ice 2 remake. That's the good Hills of Ice 2. I love to see April Fool's Day with Amy Steele. Well, whenever April Fool's Day happens, maybe we can watch April Fool's Day. Maybe when Valentine's Day happens, watch My Bloody Valentine. I know this Christmas, I do want to do more Christmas horror stuff because I know last year I didn't do anything. So this year I'm going to make I would actually love to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night with you guys. I actually love to watch that with you guys. Maybe even part 2. Somebody turn on the prayer conditioning. What the hell? You're making me think of Constant Name Calls and Prom Night 4. Oh my God. Prom Night 4. I'm over here like, does it have anything to do with the Prom Night series? It's like, yeah, it takes place in the same night as the prom from Prom Night 2. So it is a sequel. I'm like, that's the only connection? Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? That's like barely a sequel. Oh, it's a sequel because it takes place on the same night as the prom. Even though you see really no prom in that movie. It's about kids going to a house and a priest killing them and stuff. Prom Night 4 is rough, man. This is what you would say at the end of the stream after all those drinks. Visit the Hills of Ice 4, then you pass out. Yeah, I'd be like, we'll go watch the Hills of Ice Part 2, guys. I would say that was a shitty movie. I'd be like, how it goes. I met Amy Steele, and she signed my April Fool's Day poster. She's a cool lady. Yeah. From the interview, she seemed like an awesome person. I've always wanted to meet her. She seemed really cool. Yeah, it's awesome, man. That's awesome. Dude, I've seen clips from that movie. To me, from the clips and stuff, it just seemed like a really generic horror film. Like, I was like, the plot is so generic. Like, I didn't really get into anything from the trailers. And I didn't really, honestly, get into it very much. But it's crazy because I rewatched Alien 3, and I went into Alien 3 with a positive mindset. I was like, all right, I rewatched Alien. I loved it. I rewatched Aliens. I loved Aliens. Then I'm like, all right, Alien 3. So I'm like, all right, Nate, before you go in this movie, pay attention to everything after the first 10 minutes. Just go into it and just sit down, relax, and watch Alien 3. The movie made me fall asleep, dude. And I didn't even want to fall asleep. I wasn't even tired. I got about halfway through that movie. And I literally was starting off and like, yeah, let's go to this positive mindset halfway through the movie. Oh. Well, or there's an alien. I was beginning to wonder where that went. So then 30 minutes later, they're just being chased. How come they haven't killed this alien yet? By the end of the movie, I'm just barely holding on. I'm like, come on, eyes. Stay open. You gotta finish this movie. And then it finished with the most depressing ending ever. And I'm just like, all right. I survived. And then I just passed out. I couldn't take it anymore. Really funny. Yeah, I'm kind of mixed on that ending. Because I get why people love it. It's so different and unique and unexpected. Well, I mean, I honestly expected it. I don't know why everybody goes, it's unexpected. It's like The Howling. Well, I didn't know it was going to be a werewolf movie. I'm like, you didn't know it's going to be a werewolf movie? when it's called The Howling, and the poster shows a claws going through a claw. Like, I already knew 5 seconds looking at that poster and the title. I was like, yeah, it's a werewolf movie. And it's April Fool's Day. I kind of had a feeling it was going to be all what it was. It's a 30-year-old movie, so we don't know the twist yet. The ending of the movie that was done, I was like, I mean, I kind of thought it was going to happen because it's called April Fool's Day. The movie's literally called that. And also, if you pay attention to the movie, they prank each other all the time. So I'm like, this is going to be all a big prank, right? It's going to be all a big prank. And it was. And I was like, I don't know. Because it kind of ruins the rewatchability of it. Because it's like, man, it's a great movie, good characters, good acting, good atmosphere, well directed, some cool mysterious elements until the ending. Then I'm like, well, if nothing happened, like if the ending is what the ending is, I'm like, all right, so I don't know why you would really rewatch it again, because you know everything that you're seeing is not how it seems. And I mean, maybe you could rewatch it for the characters, but it really, to me, it's a good, different twist. I still like the movie a lot. I still really enjoy April Fool's Day. I really do. I think it's a great movie that's well directed and acted. I think it's well made. And it's pretty cool because there was no April Fool's Day movies before that. But the ending, different, unique, original. I can't say I love it like everybody else does. I respect it. But to me, I probably won't watch the movie ever again now because now I know the twist. It's like, well, The Sixth Sense is a good example of that. Well, I know that twist, so I don't think I'm going to watch the movie ever again. It's not as a bad movie, it's just a twist, you know? The twist, I'm like, all right, I love The Sixth Sense, but I don't know if I'll rewatch it, really, because the twist kind of makes it to where, oh, okay, you know? But enough about that. I have a lot of comments here. But yeah, Alien 3. So I mentioned Alien 3, I started coughing. My body is protecting me from saying Alien 3. And I rewatched Alien Resurrection. I have fun with that movie. I'm sorry. Alien Resurrection, I never got to hate with that movie. Maybe the ending? Because the ending is garbage. I will admit that the ending is garbage. The way it ends is stupid, idiotic. I cannot stand the ending. That's the one bad thing about that movie for me is the ending. Because I'm like, ugh, that human xenomorph hybrid. What? They made it to where the DNA and aliens and humans are spliced or they're together. So, like, now the alien queen is giving birth like a human would. What? Then you have this new hybrid alien. It's the strongest alien. It killed the queen in one swipe. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Really? And then it was like, I think also what I noticed, too, is like you have Brad Dourif still alive for some reason. They kept him alive for some reason. I don't know. Ripley falling into a sea of xenomorphs. A sea of xenomorphs. Just laying there. Not doing anything. Like, if it's a sea, get this, a sea of xenomorphs, there are humans up here. They're not doing anything. They're just laying there in a big old group, and somehow she gets sucked down in the xenomorphs, and it takes her to another room. I'm like, what? And then the end of the movie where Sigourney Weaver is like this, and she's touching the face and petting it, and like I said in my review, Sigourney Weaver, her performance in that movie is pretty much like, not really Sigourney Weaver, but that Ripley character, pretty much the Ripley character in that movie, every scene, she's like, I fucking everybody. She's like, every time you see her, she wants to fuck somebody. That's how she acts, you know. She's over touching people's face and petting their hair. Oh, yeah. You're a cyborg, aren't you? I'm just like, Jill, you gotta pet everybody you see? Just caress their face. Oh, yeah. I'm just like, that's like, really? That's the performance. I can't help it. That's all I noticed was just doing this and petting you on a rider and, oh, hey. And it's like, oh, my God. I get the aliens are more like sensual or whatever, like the way they act. But you ain't gotta do that the whole movie. This to me was like really weird and awkward. But besides the ending, the water sequences, the action scenes, the practical effects that are there, the CGI doesn't really bother me, except for when the humanoid hybrid alien gets sucked out and through space. That looked bad. But I'm rambling. Point is, I don't understand the hate for Alien Resurrection. It's so bad, it's entertaining. Trailer I've ever seen a scene where a blind kid somehow climbs up the side of someone's house. Oh my god! There's a scene where a kid pretends to be a condor in class and throws up on some kid. It's dumb as fuck. What the fuck? Alien 3 sucks. I wish they would have went with the aliens on Earth idea that Fincher pitched. The teaser poster had aliens in cornfield walking towards a farmhouse. That would have been really cool. That would have been really cool. There were a lot of scripts made for that movie that never got made. And I was like, I wonder why they never made that. Yeah, I agree. It's not really one that I can rewatch a lot. Wait, the Stepford Wives. I've always heard of that movie. Watch it. What's up, Wendigo? How you doing? I'm doing well, man. We're all just sitting here talking about horror movies right now. But like I said, with Alien Resurrection, it's the third act is horrible, but everything else I really enjoyed. And then, as far as like Alien Covenant goes, that's probably my least favorite one. That's like the lamest one for me. And then Prometheus was But I want to do a video on the Alien movies soon, so I probably will save that for later. But I do want to do a video about the Alien movies one day. Well, I'm hoping pretty. Sorry about that. But I'm pretty sure one day I want to make a video on the Alien films. Try to take a drink every time I have a flashback in the It miniseries. Oh my god, that's the whole movie. That's the whole miniseries. If you want to do that, I mean, if you can drink shots for 3 hours, if that's possible, just flashback. Like Stephen King. Oh, I love Stephen King. The Gunder Muffin. What's up, man? Favorite Stephen King book? Carrie. Carrie or The Shining. But I'm going to say Carrie. Because Carrie, the novel, is my favorite version of Carrie. My favorite movie is, of course, the original. But my favorite version of Carrie, the story, is the book. The book is really awesome. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good, though. Like, I heard mixed things on it. I've always heard about that movie. I've never actually seen it, though. My favorite Stephen King book is Carrie, though. And if you guys haven't seen Carrie yet, I recommend that movie. It's really good. Well, the movie and the book. The book's good, too. And also the Shining book, and Christine, and Cujo. All great books. And then I don't know if Children of the Corn was based on a book or not. I can't remember. I don't know if it was an actual book called Children of the Corn or if it was like a short story or a screenplay. I can't remember. But yeah, man. As far as the Alien movies go, I want to try and do a ranking video pretty soon. Got carried away reading it. Ha! I see what you did there. I see what you did. Ha! You guys are funny today. You guys are funny today. Oh my goodness. I just seen Creepshow 3 and good movie in the same sentence. I'm playing, man. I'm playing. I feel like Creepshow 3. Actually, there are people that like Creepshow 3. If you do, that's fine. I'm glad that you got entertainment out of it. I'm glad that you got enjoyment out of it because I'm glad. I'm like, oh, he got entertainment out of it. He got enjoyment out of it. I'm thankful. Like, I'm really thankful, you know. But I'm just playing with you. If you like it, that's totally fine. It actually does have people that do like it. So That's pretty cool. Stand, I've never read the book of. And I believe I have the Stand. Yeah, I have the Stand series over there. I never got around to watching it though because it's like a lot of hours of reading. Children of the Corn is a short story at night shift. Okay, that's what I thought it was. So it's like I couldn't remember if it was like I don't think it was a full book. Hated the movie version of Children of the Corn, but he liked it. Chapter 2 enough to have a cameo in it. That's nuts. Yeah. Children of the Corn is one of those films. I like it. I really do. I'm actually a pretty decent fan of the movie. Like the first one I thought was actually creepy sometimes because the idea of killer kids just for some reason always creeped me out, of like innocent kids just killing people, or this just the religious aspect of it too. The first movie is actually done fairly well. I think it is. I mean, yeah, the CGI hasn't aged very well, and yeah, certain other things didn't really age very well or didn't really have a lot of answers to the questions. Like, to me, I always wondered what happened to Isaac because he got possessed, kind of. Which was weird because I'm like, Isaac got possessed and they just run by it. And it's actually kind of creepy. Malachi! It just breaks his neck. I'm like, oh shit, what's going to happen with him? Don't know. I'm like, well, how do we not know? This dude's got possessed by Satan or something, you know, and we're just going to skim past it, you know. But I always wondered what happened to Isaac. And then you had Isaac's Return, which was like, now he's not possessed anymore. I'm like, okay, you could have had a cool idea of the second one being Isaac possessed, and the third one being Urban. I actually like Urban Harvest. Urban Harvest is actually a pretty decent little movie, but I don't remember liking the second one or the fourth one. Fifth one, I remember thinking it was eh. Sixth one, again, eh. Not something I would watch a lot. And then you had Revelation, which was like, I didn't like it. I know it has fans, but I didn't like it. Then what you had, the Genesis one, which was stupid. The remake, which was horrible. And you had that one Runaway, which was just looks terrible. Yeah, they don't need any more Children of the Corn movies, man. They don't need any more. Nate, what horror film do you find to be the most overrated? Overrated. The first one that comes to mind is Conjuring, because partially, and I don't usually let this like affect my opinion. It doesn't affect my opinion; it just affected how I looked at the movie. It was just like I went to go see Conjuring, and people were saying it was scarier than The Exorcist. And I don't know about you guys, but Exorcist scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. So I was like, what? It's scarier than The Exorcist? It's scarier than, I don't know if there's any other movies that they were saying, but most of the people were saying it was scarier than The Exorcist. It was scarier than The Thing. It was scarier than all these other movies. I'm like, what? It's scarier than Evil Dead? Like, that movie kind of scared me as a kid because of the gore and stuff. I'm like, it's scarier than that? Shit. So I went to go to watch it, and to this day I rewatched it. I don't hate it, but I'll never understand the praise for the Conjuring movies. Conjuring 2 gets crapped on. I don't understand the hate. Conjuring 2 gets crapped on by like thousands of people. They say Conjuring 2 sucks. I'm like, dude, Conjuring 2 is creepy. It's actually creepy and unsettling at times. The music I liked better. The atmosphere, direction, the story, the nun enemy in that. I liked better than the Annabelle enemy in the first one, which I guess it really wasn't I don't know if it was really the Annabelle character. I think it was just briefly in that movie, but whatever. I can't remember the enemy in the first Conjuring. I don't even really remember. But in the second one, it's the nun and the crooked man and, you know, the creepy old guy that died. It's just like, I think Conjuring 2 is shot better. It's directed better. It goes by at a fast pace. You have more of Ed and Lorraine Warren in that movie. And the family was pretty cool. The cast, they weren't just a typical family. And like the first one is just one of those generic. I swear to you, it's a PG-13 horror film because I don't know why they made it rated R. That movie should be PG-13. The first Conjuring. The second one, I don't know if it's rated R or not. I think it is. I think it actually is. Yeah. This movie, I love it so much. I bought it on Blu-ray. I love this movie. And I rarely buy movies on Blu-ray, especially newer horror films. But for me, this felt more R-rated. It felt more intense. I'll defend it. Why not? I'll defend it. I love Conjuring 2. I can agree with people who love that movie, which at first people did, then afterwards it was like an after effect. And people said, "Well, it's not as good as the first Conjuring." I'm like, I just don't see the first Conjuring as even a great horror film or a decent horror film. It's just one of those horror films where I watch it and I get bored. It's slow. There's no atmosphere to me. It's just this gray look. To me, the enemy, I can't remember the enemy. I think it was Annabelle, maybe not. I don't know. Really, nothing happened in the first Conjuring. What the clapping? Okay. I mean, it's not a horrible movie. It's not, but I'll put it on that Dead Silence level where it's an okay movie, but Dead Silence I thought even had a little bit more better stuff in it than The Conjuring. Like Dead Silence at least had the cool idea like of the puppets and stuff and the lady and the legend. Okay. But I'll say it's like on that Dead Silence level as far as it being a decent film. Like it's for what it is. I guess it's decent, but I'm not really the biggest fan of the first Conjuring. To me. Sorry I rambled on for so long. Oh yeah, Creepshow 2 is just such a great movie. I rewatched that one a lot. Bruh, worth every second. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Should be haunted by a bum with a hot dog. That's great. The villain in the stand is who walks behind the rose and Children of the Corn. Really? I didn't know that. Children of the Corn 3 is my second favorite in the series just because it's over the top. It's hilarious. I like Children of the Corn 3. I really do. It's not a great movie, but like you said, for what it is, it's a really over-the-top, gory horror film. So I can get behind that. But no desire to watch Creepshow 3. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It's to me, it's like man, I have a lot of comments in front of. Oh man. There we go. Creepshow 3. I don't recommend Creepshow 3. I really don't. It's not very fun. It was cool that Carl Urban agreed to star in Urban Harvest. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Who in the bluest of fucks likes Hellraiser Revelations? I could. Yo. I just thought of a funny meme I seen that I sent to the chat, this horror chat I'm in, where it says when the when the store runs out of name brand stuff, and it showed the pinhead from Hellraiser Revelations. It says when the store runs out of the name brand stuff. Oh my god! Actually, I took some time off. Well, I used some vacation time, for the to have a little break from the weekend. So I use that's why I'm not working right now. What movie is the most underrated? I don't know. I have to get back to that one. I'll think about that one for a second. That one's hard. Most overrated for sure is It from 2017. Yeah, I can understand why. It got a lot of mixed opinions. Yeah, I can see it. Exorcist 3. Exorcist 3. Oh, for underrated. Yeah, you're right, John. Great protection. He knows me all too well. I'll say Exorcist 3. Hell yeah. Uh, Exorcist 3, its atmosphere, its direction, its music, its acting, performances, like the feeling of like everything. Exorcist 3 is my answer for that. Revelation is, oh dude, it's terrible. Terrible. The only reason why it was made is because of money. They wanted to keep the rights to Hellraiser. But John, man, there's more in it than that, man. Like that's like the one thing. That's the one thing. Just kidding. And the Conjuring movies. Yeah, I'm not really into that series, to be honest. Every single character in the blend. Oh my god. Y'all hate that movie. Yo, it's better than the sequel. And that's my opinion. If you guys have ever seen the sequel's bad. Dark Web, it could have been good, but to me it was worse than the first one. And I actually love the first movie. Exorcist is way scary. I agree. Nice. Gunder Muffin's a horror writer. Nice, bro. Awesome. It's the best movie ever. When the movie ended, told him I hope he takes all the primitives and throws them in the blender. Oh my god! John, it's not that bad. I'm just joking. Why don't you find it so funny that I hate Creepshow 3? Dude, oh my god. Yeah, it's a little bit underrated. I like Dead Silence. Oh, you didn't see my review on it? He ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. You should have seen my mega ultra freaking rant on that movie. There's the rants, then there's mega ultra freaking rants. So that one got a mega ultra freaking rant. Mega ultra freaking rant. So yeah, it got that. So that's how bad it was. I take that as nice as a compliment. If I ever see James Ellison or Anna Cavell, I'll shut on their Oh my god. Y'all hate Unfriended. Y'all hate it. How can you guys hate that movie that much? Come on, man. It's about a Skype ghost. Isn't that scary? Killer on Skype? No, I've never seen that. I've heard of it though. I'm really starting it. Just a corny pun. Oh, okay. Nice. I'm gonna say, was he in Urban Harvest? Are you serious? I was like, maybe I forgot. I love Insidious more than The Conjuring. I agree. Insidious is better to me. Never seen that. Unfriended is a shit movie. Oh my god. Most underrated. It seems sometimes feel like it's only one yeah, The Ring 2, I felt was maybe I'm just not a fan of the Japanese American remakes of Japanese horror. I'm just not. I don't remember liking the first Ring, and that surprises people, but I just never thought they were done well. Like The Grudge, I remember it being just eh. And I don't think I've seen Ringu though. Did I see Ringu? I don't think I did. I don't think I've seen Ju-on either. But I was never into those American remakes of the Japanese horror because they just all seem boring. Like I watched, dude, the worst one is Shudder. Because not only is Shudder boring, but the twist is like one of those twists where I'm like, that's it? Like that's the twist of the movie? Like I get it, it's in the Japanese version, I think, as well. But in the American version, it wasn't even scary. It wasn't scary. It wasn't creepy. It wasn't anything. I was like, so the twist of this movie is they killed this person and now she stands on his shoulders for the rest of his life. That's it. Like that's to me, maybe it was done better in the original version, but I remember thinking that twist. I was like, that's the twist. That's literally the twist. I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of that one. I don't remember being a fan of The Eye. I don't remember being a really big fan of The Grudge or The Ring or One Missed Call. That one too. I want to say that Pulse was a remake of the Japanese version. Pulse, right? Wasn't Pulse a American version of a Japanese horror? That movie sucked too. So like, I'm not really into. As you could tell, I'm not really into the remakes of J horror. I'm just not. I'm just to me, they just don't look good. They don't like. They're just not good to me. Just a kicking. I was like, he hates it that much, John. You hate it that much. I'm like, I figured you would say about Creepshow 3 more than Unfriended. I would rather watch Unfriended any day of the week over Creepshow 3. Sorry, Devin. Joking. Unfriended was horrible. Oh my god, I am alone in this. Choose death or watch Creepshow 3 on repeat for a year. I don't know what that kind of a deal. Death seems like a really good deal when it comes to watching that movie. Hell, you might die while watching it because it's so bad. You'll be like, oh my god, again? Not again. Oh. You just die. I also watched the original 3 Ring movies last year. I love those as well. Yeah, I'll have to check them out one day. Ring 0. Birthday is so depressing, though. How? How's it depressing? I think Grande hates Unfriended even more than me. Yeah, I did see Unfriended Dark Web. I wasn't a fan of it. The first one, to me, was scarier. The only thing about Unfriended is it's a lot like Sinister, where I love the movie, but I can see the flaws. Like, the jump scares weren't scary. The blender thing is a little silly. It is a little silly. And the ending where the ghost puts the laptop down and goes, ugh, I was like, really? So, like, I love them both in the same way as far as Sinister and Unfriended go, because I love both movies a lot, but there are problems in there. And Sinister, it was like CGI and jump scares, and you're wondering, why doesn't Ethan... You know what would have made the first Sinister even more creepy? Ethan Hawke going into an abandoned house and just watching these tapes in an abandoned house. That would have hooked me way more than him moving his family in there, and for some reason they have the generic thing where the daughter is friends with this being that we can't see, like Amityville, like, I guess in a way, Poltergeist, like these other thousands of ghost movies that the little girl can see this ghost and is friends with it, but we can't see it. You know, it's one of those cliches. And I don't know. I felt like with Sinister, it had been really creepy if Ethan Hawke went into this house. It was abandoned. It was just broken down. The atmosphere of it would be really rich. And he tapes, and he just starts watching them, and he's trying to figure out where to go, like what's going on here, and that would have been more creepy to me personally. But as far as Unfriended the Darknet or the Dark Web, it was just, to me, not even directed as well. I mean, not really directed. It just wasn't. It wasn't even as realistic as the first one was. I know it's stupid for me to say realistic, but as far as, like, you could tell, because it was like, man, you can't hack that and change that, or why is it glitching here and not there? Like, I don't know. To me, Dark Web also just, I didn't care for it, to be perfectly honest. And I've always wanted to see a Dark Web horror film done well. I think it'd be creepy as fuck. Ring Zero is probably my favorite. I've never seen Ring Zero. Ring Zero. You guys mean Rings from 2017? So Rings from 2017 is good. That's what you guys mean, right? I heard it was good. Rings? You guys like Rings? All right. I'm pissing you guys off. Like, no, not Rings. He probably don't. I think he said he didn't like it. Dev, if you're one, I don't know. I can't remember anybody. I'm trying to think. Who really does like Creepshow 3? I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think. I'm not even being like an asshole. I'm really trying to think. I've seen it though. If you look up reviews, I've seen people. I know one person. I think I know like a couple people who do really like that. Well, they like the movies. They like Creepshow 3. It just makes you feel really sorry for Samara. They develop a really sympathetic character behind the menacing figure that we see later on. Yeah, I definitely want to see the Ringu movies. And you know what's so cool is that I believe in the Japanese original series, there's Ringu versus Ju-on, right? Right? Ringu versus Ju-on. That's so cool. That's like the weirdest verses, but in a way it's so cool. Ringu versus Ju-on. I agree completely. It does its job well. Atmosphere is really done. Yeah, I'll have to check. You guys are like making me want to see this so much more. I agree with that. Deliver Us from Evil was better than Sinister. I can agree to that. I can definitely agree to that. It's just Sinister, I thought, had a really good plot to it. Like I really enjoyed the plot and everything. But if I posted a video of me taking a knife and destroying Creepshow 3, yeah, that'd be celebration right there. I mean, I tore up Leprechaun Origins slipcover, so I tore it up. Woo! Confetti! I did do that. We don't mean rings. No, Nate. No. Oh. That happens so many times when you mispronounce a movie. You're like, oh, this movie. No. I didn't say it. I didn't say that. I made a video spoofing the trailer of Rings. It looks awful. Yeah. If you're wondering why I have it on Blu-ray, which, yes, sadly I have it on Blu-ray. But if you're wondering why I have it on Blu-ray, it's because it was one of the cheapest Blu-rays I've ever seen. It was maybe $4 for that Blu-ray. $4 for that Blu-ray. $4 for a Blu-ray, guys. That's how cheap that was. It's $4 fucking for that Blu-ray. I know people are like, you spent $4 on that piece of shit? It's $4 on a Blu-ray. I can't pass it up. Plus, I'll give it a watch. Give it a chance. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to hate it. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hate the Grudge remake if I see that, because it looked horrible. Well, it didn't look horrible. It just, things I've heard, I'm like, why? Like, why would you do that, you know? It's a really big Creepshow 3. Yeah, I'd watch it, man. That'd be a celebration video. Like, yeah, kick his ass, Steve ass. Kick that movie's ass, Devin. Dude, to be honest, Aiden, I probably do too. I mean, don't get me wrong. The first was a classic, but I always found myself coming back to the Creepshow too. I don't know why, but I can definitely agree with you on that. For some reason, I do too. I watch it a little bit more than the first one. Make a video where I give Creepshow 3 what it deserves. That's a rare movie. If you own it on DVD, be careful. That's a rare movie. You probably paid for that movie. I don't want you to just go buy it and destroy it. I know it's expensive. Like, I went to a DVD store. It was like $25 for one copy. So I don't want you dropping $30 and destroying it, man. That's a pretty expensive film. I remember someone made a video of them taking a shit. Yo, that's funny. That's great, man. He said, "Hey guys, want to see my reviews, my thoughts on this movie?" Hold on. Yep, there we go. Raisin. I've never even heard of that movie. But looks a million times better than Rings, at least. Yeah, I bet so, man. Rings just looks bad. I can't believe I'm going to review that movie. But it'll be a while. It may even be years before I review that movie because I do not feel like watching that movie. I don't. Oh my God. Dev, you paid $25 for Creepshow 3? Oh my God. What a brave soul. He took completionist to the whole new level. He said, I'm not, fuck it. Everybody not buying Creepshow 3. I'll buy Creepshow 3. Fuck it. Creepshow 2 taught us a very important life lesson. Always thank the lady for the ride. Right. What happened to the Bye-Bye Man? Bye-Bye Man. Will you ever review it? I don't know. I did a reaction to it. Like, I did a video discussing the trailer, but I don't think I'll ever watch the Bye-Bye Man. It just looks terrible. And all the reviews were terrible. And the trailer looked like it just one of the most generic horror films I've ever seen. And I usually don't judge movies before I see them. Because the Child's Play remakes trailer didn't impress me. I was like, I don't like that. I'm not going to really check that out. I'm not going to watch it because it looks bad. I'm like, you got Mark Hamill voicing Chucky? Can that work? A new Andy Barkley? Will that work? A new plot? No more voodoo? Like, I was like, what? And then I kind of avoided it for a year. And then eventually I seen it. And I was like, whoa, that's great. I loved the Child's Play remake a lot. And I don't know if it's getting sequels or not. Because I know it made money, but it got really mixed reviews. Like, really mixed. Like, if you don't love it, you hate it kind of reviews. So, I love it. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful because it is original. It's different. It's unique. And I like that. I think it's so cool. I bought it because you guys were talking about it, and I wanted to see it. I'm probably not going to destroy that copy. I'm probably going to buy another one. Oh my God, dude! You're paying money, and them directors and writers are getting paid for what they did. They're probably going to get massive profits for that movie. And this is just a joke, so don't take it. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that. I mean, it's just a joke, so whatever. But I'm pretty sure that when they made the money for that movie, it's like, set up for a little lemonade stand. Hey, we're funding our movie. Can you buy some lemonade? Well, how much? $5 a cup. Better be the best lemonade ever. Yeah, here you go. It is awesome. And that's how it was funded. Please buy lemonade. We gotta. It's a joke. I'm joking. The Bye-Bye Man just looks so cheesy and cheap. So I think you're right in assuming it's probably crap. Yeah. And I don't know why I just got reminded of this movie, but another underrated horror film. I wouldn't say it's the most underrated, but it's pretty underrated. Boogeyman 2. Pretty underrated movie. You got Tobin Bell in there, you got a good lead, you got good side characters, you got good gore, you got a cool idea. It's a modern day slasher. It's a cool setting. It's a cool idea of this killer using their fears to kill them, kind of like Freddy Krueger does. The trailer for Truth or Dare was even worse. Those smiles are ridiculous. Ugh. Truth or Dare, Countdown, Fantasy Island. Oh. Sorry, I had to take a break for a second and tune out of reality for a second. You have to pay me 5 figures to watch Truth or Dare, right? That's another one I'm not gonna watch. Or Countdown or Fantasy Island. I'm good. I'm still debating whether or not I'm gonna watch Halloween Kills. I mean, I want to see it, but at the same time, I'm like, eh. But you know what? Halloween Kills is gonna be the most goriest one. So even if it doesn't have anything else in it, at least it has gore. But I hope they can fix Halloween Kills. We'll see. Here's one that y'all will think I'm crazy for. I didn't hate Slender Man. I seen far worse. It was nowhere near as good as it could have been, but I think the studio dabbled in it, sadly. Yeah, I totally agree. It's one of those movies where I think it was just like the studio waited too long to make it. And I don't know. It looked really studio. Like, I don't know how to put it. It looked really studio. Like, it looked a little too polished for me. I thought, if you haven't seen it, John, I thought, what was it called? Always Watching is a found footage Slender Man movie. If you haven't seen Always Watching, I recommend that. I think it looks way better than the, I mean, it's not anything special, but it's all right. Fantasy Island looks bad too. I'd rather watch the Ricardo Montalban series. Want to know who made Fantasy Island? The same writer director who made Truth or Dare. Interesting. Just found it online for about $23. I might not buy that copy. I do want to make a video giving Creepshow Theory what it deserves. What you should do is get a really cheap VHS at a thrift store. And the reason my camera's off, I'm actually going to grab something real quick. But get like a really cheap VHS and take like a piece of paper and write Creepshow 3 and then tape it to the VHS and then just destroy it. That's how I did it. When I reviewed Return to Sleepaway Camp, I basically took an old Charlie the Corn box set and I destroyed it because I was so angry at that movie, which was fun. Trying to figure out where I put the rings. I don't know if I showed you guys it yet. Yeah, I don't know where I put it at. Oh, but I can definitely show you guys this movie. And we can have a little discussion about these movies. Yeah, why not? I'll show you guys these ones. 2 remakes that I want us to kind of touch on for a little bit. I probably won't be on here for too much more longer, but I wanted to at least discuss this one, see what you guys' thoughts are. I'm back. Rambo 3 style rant. Yeah. He said, wait, well, I'm trying to remember a line from that dude. That review is so classic. Fuck bullshit. I love that review. Did not hate Rambo Last Blood. Yeah, I'd never seen it, but I heard it was fun from most people. Oh, John, it was bad. I was sitting there going like this while watching that movie. $5, it has no cover. 3 on it, literally just to cover it. Yo, Devin is on a mission to destroy this movie. Devin is like making us all proud. He's on a mission to destroy a shitty movie. Devin's like, I don't care what it takes. It's my mission. They do first blood, not me. Don't push it, Creepshow. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe. It was my war. I watched it. It didn't watch me. I had to suffer through it. Can you imagine? He just goes off on like a rant. I don't give a fuck this movie. starts destroying it. Not sure if underrated or not, but Hide and Go Shriek is an overlooked 80s horror film. I've heard of that movie. I've heard of that. Now, I want to get your guys' thoughts on these two movies. What are your guys' thoughts on these two films? I'll give it some time. Yeah. I'm always just curious to see your guys' thoughts on films. Like, I wonder, what's your guys' thoughts on these ones? I'm going to go put them back real quick. What are your guys' thoughts on these classic horror films? I mean, you guys know they're masterpieces, right? Oh, by the way, they're both PG-13. They're great, man. They're masterpieces, dude. Like, they're just so underrated. I love their PG-13 aspect. I love how in Prom Night, the killer is like, you know, this guy who wears a baseball cap, and you know, I like how the killer is so unique and different, and the kills are just so gory. I mean, I love that. Don't you guys love that? Don't you guys just love that? Haven't seen it neither. Oh, dude. You're missing out, man. They're classics. They're definitely classics. Come on, man. They're classics. I'm just kidding. No, they're not classics. They're horrible. I just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts were on them. Because, you know what? I might watch this later. Oops. I just threw it. I didn't even mean to. Sorry. These right there. Right there. All right. Uh-oh, what's John got to say? Poltergeist was fucking god off. Yes. Yes, John. Yes. Preach it. Prom Night is arguably one of the worst theatrical slasher films of all time, dude. Music to my ears. The killer is the guy from the thing you do. From that thing you do. Fucking Skanky's cat. Yo. Accurate description. Yo. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. CGI squirrels doing jump scares. I think you'll like Poltergeist 2. That's a pretty good little movie. Yeah. I really enjoyed Poltergeist 2. 3, I used to like. You might like it. I used to like it. To me, when I rewatched it, a lot of the problems started to show up again. And well, they showed up, and I was like, eh. And it was weird because, like, a month before I did the review, and I rewatched it, a month before, oh, no, you're fine. A month before I did the review for Poltergeist 3, I did a underrated horror films live stream. And that was pretty high on the list. And then I rewatched it again. I'm like, oh, this is horrible, you know? Oh, dude. You know it's bad when a cop is sitting right here, right? He's sitting right here. And the power box is right here. It's right next to him, like right here. And he looks over, and nothing's wrong with it. Then it cuts to another scene, cuts back. He looks over, it's cut. The wires are cut, so there's no more cell phone service. I'm like, how did you not see somebody come there and cut the wires? Like, it's right next to the guy. It's like right here. I'm not even kidding. It's like right here. And then you have the fact that it's PG-13, which, by the way, guys, this is just a question I have for you guys. What are your guys' theories on making a PG-13 slasher film? Like, why would they do that? I'm honestly curious because I'm sitting here trying to think of logically how that makes sense. Let's take a slasher movie, a movie about slashing and killing, and usually, partying, drugs, lots of nudity, and all this stuff that's not PG-13, and we're gonna make it PG-13. I don't. I just don't know how. I don't know how. I just don't know why they made that movie. To be honest, just remember, I saw Nightmare on Elm Street: The Dream Child a few weeks ago. What you think? I think it's decent. It's decent. I used to hate it. It's decent. I mean, I'm not going to defend it. If people don't like it, then I can understand why. Believe me, I can understand why. It's definitely not a, yeah, I like it too. Prefer over the Dream Master. That's really interesting. Yeah, I think Part 5 isn't bad. It's just got a lot of problems. And my favorite aspect of Part 5 is the gothic Stephen. I almost said Stephen Hopkins. Or is it Stephen? I can't remember. Stephen Hopkins. Yeah, Stephen Hopkins. I like the look of the movie, like how he shot it, and it has some cool ideas in there. It's just you can really tell the studio was involved heavily, and you could tell it was a really rushed movie. But I feel like it's still a really unique film. Actually, that was the first movie from Elm Street that I remember I revisited after like taking years away from horror films. Elm Street 5 was the first one I came back to and watched to get back into horror films again, because it took like three or 4 years of a break from horror. I don't know why. I just got distracted from like other things, like how video games and watching TV and stuff like that. But then when I got back into horror, Elm Street 5 was one of the first ones I watched to get back into it. And like Shocker, Serpent Under the Rainbow, People Under the Stairs, or Serpent and the Rainbow, and People Under the Stairs, Evil Dead, Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Have you seen Fright Night Part 2? No, but I've always wanted to. Is it good? The only problem with Dream Child is that the acting is much worse than the previous movies. Yeah, the acting is a little rough. It really is. It really is, to be honest. But I don't know. I think also it has I don't know about you, Alice and Super, but the music in Dream Child I thought was really cool. Like a lot of synthy, lullaby type music with a lot of just synth. And I just, especially the tracks like Kicking and Screaming, Hell on Wheels, Don't Dream and Drive, Freddy Cuts Up. Like, that's how much I listen to the soundtrack. Like, that's how often I listen to that soundtrack. I remember the titles of the songs, like the titles of the tracks. Like Freddy Cuts Up, Don't Dream and Drive, Hell on Wheels, Kicking and Screaming, the opening theme song of Dream Child. Like, I love that soundtrack. Yeah, I've seen a couple of versions on YouTube to watch. And I mean, it's like, if it's going to be that out of print, then, that's like the only way you can watch it almost. Series has great music. Yeah, if you think about it, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5 all have amazing soundtracks. They all have amazing soundtracks. Then after that, it kind of went like, they're okay soundtracks, but the first 5 have amazing soundtracks. I'm running from this nightmare. I turn around and there's no one there, and I'm running. Sorry. I can't help it. It's a good song. We're living in desperate times. These are desperate times, my dear. There's no way out of here. Come on, guys, sing along. I'm just kidding. Tommy Lee Wallace from Halloween 3 and It made that sequel. Yeah, he made quite a bit of those interesting horror films. It kind of reminds me of Jeff Burr, where he's more of a sequel guy. Besides it, I mean, I know he did a lot of sequels. Like Jeff Burr made Chainsaw Massacre 3, which I really enjoy. Puppet Master 4 and 5, which I really enjoy. And I heard The Stepfather Part 2 was pretty good as well. And then he made some other movies too. Elm Street 2 and 4 are fucking epic. I love those two so much. 4 is probably my favorite sequel. Dude, I cannot agree more. Elm Street is actually one of those very few franchises that I almost like every movie. Because if we go back to Elm Street, the first one's a classic. Second one's underrated. I love it to death. The third one's my favorite. The fourth one's probably my third favorite. Well, third or fourth, I can't remember. It's one of my favorites. I love Part 4. Part 5 is decent. Part 6 is fun. Part 7 is great. Freddy vs. Jason was pretty awesome. Then we got to the remake, and that's when it's like, man, it ruined it. Because for me, I liked and enjoyed almost every Elm Street movie up to the remake. Like, I even liked Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. I almost said Hellraiser 5. No, I don't like that movie. But Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, yeah, I think it's decent. It's not a perfect sequel, but I think it's, for what it is, it's decent. Then in Part 6, I even like Part 6. Freddy's Dead. It's fun. He also made the sequel to John Carpenter's Vampires called Vampires Los Morados. Yeah, I actually heard it was pretty decent, to be honest. I look forward to seeing the video game scene from Freddy's Dead. It sounds priceless. Hey, you've got the power glove. I love that. I want your hands on me. Put them on, put them on, put them on me. Put them on, put them. I'm going to get memed for doing this. I have a feeling I'm going to get memed. And I'm going to be like, oh. Hey, what's up, Machete Slasher? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about stuff right now. Random stuff. These are desperate times, my dear. Anything. Okay, what is it tonight? Please just tell me what the hell is wrong. Do you want to eat? Do you want to sleep? Do you want to drown? Just settle down. Okay, I'm sorry. Whew. Take a break. Yeah, even though 4 isn't my favorite, it still is all right. It's just the very brisk way the characters from the third one are. Yeah. Excuse me. There's a few things in Part 4 that kind of bug me, and that's one of them. Like, they kill Dream Warriors off like that. And I'm like, what? How can you just kill them off like that? Like, they're the Dream Warriors. They just got done making the Dream Warriors movie. You just kill them off. But I don't like that. I think the movie has an MTV look, which I like for the movie, but there's just something about Elm Street 4 to where I don't know who doesn't like the 80s, but I love the 80s, so I don't really care about this. But the 80s tone can really age that movie. Like the first one doesn't really age to me. Second one, third one don't age to me. But that one, Part 4 and Part 5, even Part, 6 and 7 to a degree, they all have these weird MTV look to them, and they kind of all, if you didn't like the 80s or the 90s, it wouldn't age very great, but it's not terrible or anything, not a horrible problem. It's just something that I kind of noticed with Part 4. That and I'm sorry, but I don't like how they just replaced the Kristen character, because it's like it doesn't even seem like a Kristen character in the movie. Like, I understand that Patricia Arquette didn't want to come back, but it just felt weird to just replace that character. And the character, the way it's written, doesn't even seem like Kristen. Like, it seems like a different character. So I don't really like that. But I do love Elm Street Part 4 a lot. I'm not bashing it. I'm just nitpicks, I swear. Yeah. If you haven't seen From Dusk Till Dawn 2 and 3, I really recommend those ones too. What are my thoughts on The Final Destination? I actually did a really in-depth review on that film if you're very curious about my thoughts on it. But to give a little bit of a rundown, Not a fan of it. It's my least favorite of the series. It's got bad CGI, bad act. Well, I wouldn't say like the lead guy was trying his best, but the characters, the look of it looked very cheap. A lot of CGI 3D gags. I'm not really a big fan of the Final Destination, but if you're curious, I did reviews on the entire Final Destination franchise recently. So if you're curious, I did in-depth reviews on every single one of those movies. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. All Night, Teenage Wasteland. Yeah, I love Teenage Wasteland. It's a great one. Or what's this one, guys? We will have the power. We will have the glory in a shining hour. We will write our own story. We will have the power. You guys know that one? Or say hello to the night, lost in the shadows. I'm going to test you guys, see if you guys... What, Dev? You like the 80s? What? You're more of a 70s guy? More of a groovy 70s guy. Part 4 is the scene where two characters try to escape, but it keeps getting looped. That's pretty interesting because it's an interesting idea, but I didn't think they really... I don't know. It was pretty creative. Mine's the cockroach death scene. Hands down. My favorite scene in that movie is the cockroach death scene. I have my 50th episode of The Graveyard next week. No idea as to what I'm going to do for the show, topic-wise. Dude, that's crazy. You're already at 50 episodes of The Graveyard, which, by the way, congratulations to John. By the way, guys, I know that you guys are really familiar with this channel, but if anybody here hasn't subbed to his channel, go give him a sub. Go check out his streams. His amazing streams on great topics. I just can't say enough how I enjoy his videos. I always watch his streams. I always watch, even though I missed this one. I slacked on this one, but I usually catch most of the streams. And he covers a wide range of topics about horror and grindhouse and just a lot of great topics, and it was an awesome job with this video. So I'll definitely be leaving a link in the description below later on when I get this video edited and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't already, go check out his channel. He does really amazing content. But yeah, congratulations to him for that. That's awesome. That's very awesome. If I have any ideas, I'll definitely text them to you, man. Let you know, because that's awesome that you're at your 50th episode. That's just amazing, dude. I love soul food. Rick, you little meatball. What about the whole series? Also, could you rank them? The Final Destination series, I think, is a pretty good series. I can have fun with the movies. If I would rank them, it would go 1, 2, 3, 5, and then 4. But I think most of those movies are pretty good. Like 1 is my favorite, 2 my second favorite, third one was pretty good, fourth one was garbage, and the fifth one was decent for what it was. Elbow cough. I know it's annoying. I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. It's just I have the AC on, and I don't know, with cold air, I always cough. When it's really cold out, I always cough and stuff, so sorry. Yeah, from Dusk Till Dawn 2, yeah, great movie. Shocker! Correcto Mondo. Shocker! Yeah, part 3 is interesting. It ain't, but I can agree with what you say. It's like a really more just a fun little low budget movie. That's how I look at it. Uh, oh, no problem, man. No problem at all. But yeah, I think part three is pretty decent for what it is. It's pretty fun, especially the end of the movie. No problem, bro. Really enjoy your content, man. Yeah, congratulations, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is off super underrated. Sure, Freddy entering the real world as a stretch, but he's still just as creepy as in the first one. Plus, has that very interesting gay subtext. Yeah, I mean, Elm Street 2 is criminally underrated. That was always one of my favorite ones to watch, like Elm Street 2. I really enjoy it. And I even love, because I'm always a guy who's up for different things in horror films. So that's why I love Child's Play, the remake, and Jason Goes to Hell. And, Child's Play 3, which is really isn't different, but, I love those movies that just go and try different things because I would rather watch a different movie with a different take and a different idea. Like, take me to another version of this idea, like another universe. Take me to another creative version of this film. And most of the time, I enjoy those kind of movies that have a very different. And Elm Street 2 is no exception. I mean, I love Elm Street 2. The gay stuff, like the gay undertone stuff, like that, brought an interesting idea to the film, and it was different and unique. And Jesse was a very likable character. I thought that the actor did a great job playing Jesse. And Elm Street 2 is amazing, man. Freddy's look, his design, his mannerism, he's creepy. You get the body. I've got the brains. And his laughs. I love that movie. You're ranking Final Destination is same as mine. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I think, how most people rank them. I mean, it's a series that I can have fun with, for sure. The fourth is the only one I can't stand. Yeah, I can't stand part 4. It's bad. I love the theme for the fourth and fifth one. Yeah, they're pretty. That's the best part about part 4, to be honest, is the theme song. But yeah, Elm Street 2 is amazing, man. And I always thought that this film was awesome. This movie is underrated. I really enjoy it. And what's really weird about it is if you watch this DVD, on the main menu is Hardcore Holly's theme song from the old school WWE days. So that's definitely interesting. I love that. Of course. I love this. I love Halloween 4 a lot. I guess I'm just going over movies that I really enjoy, like underrated films. Like, to me, underrated sequels. I guess I could kind of say like I really enjoy Hellraiser 3, my favorite one. Even though I think Hellraiser 2 is probably the best made one, Hellraiser 3 has always been my personal favorite Hellraiser movie. It's the one that I've watched the most. So that's underrated. That's underrated. This one's underrated. Pretty underrated. Let's say that one. This one's underrated. If you haven't seen it yet, it's probably the one of the goriest films I've ever seen. I love that movie. That's underrated. That's about it for over here. This one's kind of underrated. I know the Argento fans aren't really a big fan of it. But that one's a little bit underrated. This one, kind of a bit. I guess that's pretty much it for the underrated ones. Maybe They Live. Yeah, that's probably about it for that. You skipped one of my comments. I did? My bad. Love the fourth and fifth one. I missed a comment. I don't know. The whole series is like pretty good for what it is. And I ranked them too. Another thing about Elm Street 2, Kim Myers is hot. Yeah, she's hot, dude. She's beautiful. She's a wonderful lead too. She's a great actress too. Wasn't she in Hellraiser 4? I think she was. Oh my god, the Elm Street remake. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, this is how. Here's some acting from Elm Street the remake. Mom, I'm not even being mean. This is just how it is. It's just how it is. Mom, Freddy Krueger's chasing me in my dreams. I can't seem to escape him. Oh no, there's Freddy Krueger. I should probably run. Then another teenager. Oh, hey. You know, eventually the body shuts down and goes into a coma. Permanent sleep. And another person. Hey, how's it going? So you can see where I'm going with that. And I think Jackie Earle Haley was a great choice, but it was the way he was told. Not really the way he was told, but I think what it was his lines were pretty bad. Like his lines, not him as an actor, not him as a performance, but his lines were lame. Like, I don't know, I was trying to pet it or something like that. I was only petting him. Or, why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet. Which, I used to say the voice was pretty fun. The voice he had for Freddy Krueger was pretty like cheesy, but I think that voice would work. It was just the way his face looked. They CGI'd his face so much that it became just ugly. It was such an ugly design for the face, and his lines. How's this for a wet dream? You were always my favorite, Nancy. I'm just like, oh my god, like his lines are just like, it wasn't his fault. It was just the lines he was given. Halloween 3, love Halloween 3. Yeah, basket case. Michael Jordan's best role. Opera is my top 5 Argento movies. I really enjoy that movie. Yeah, me too. It's underrated. I know that most Argento fans don't really like that one, but I always enjoyed it. The most underrated Argento film I've seen is Phenomena. It's actually your second favorite. Interesting. I've always wanted to see Phenomena on Inferno. And Bird the Crystal Plumage. The acting sounds more like stoners having a philosophical discussion around a campfire. Exactly. You're sitting there, you're watching it, man. That's just how it is. Oh, I better run now. And what does she say? The line that she says, "Welcome to my world, bitch." I'm like, not only do you have the monotone, you have a line from Freddy versus Jason. Like, you can't even get it, like, you got it from Freddy versus Jason. Oh my god. Welcome to my world, bitch. And I actually think that Rooney Mara is talented. So I don't really blame her. It was just, like I said, I don't know if it was the way that it was directed or they were told to do it. It was just how it was, and everybody in the movie kind of had the same acting. It was just, hey, how's it going, Mike? Oh, it's going good, Beth. I know there's nobody in the movie, but it's like that's how they act in that movie. Oh, another one. Safety. Hey, Machete. Oh, you said hi. Back now, all right. The Stendhal syndrome is another overlooked Argento film. Yeah. Wasn't there one called Trauma? Right? Trauma? Or is that is another movie? I could have sworn it was a movie called Trauma. trying to think. Elm Street the remake also, it was like one of those things where I was like, really, the dreams too? Like the dreams were nothing. Like they didn't do anything with the dreams. And it was Nightmare on Elm Street. They didn't do anything with the dreams. They just remade the first movie. There was no imagination to it. There was no creativity to it. It was just rehash. You know, Trauma is great. It's brutal. Yeah, I want to see that one too. I definitely want to see that one. Um, yeah, Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Trauma, Inferno, Phenomena. There's one other one too that I'm not remembering right now. I don't know why I'm not remembering it, but I know I'm forgetting one more big one. As far as his movies I've seen so far, I guess I can give you guys a little rundown. I have this version of Deep Red. Haven't seen it all the way through yet. I just never got enough time to watch it, but I do have Deep Red. I do have Suspiria. Really enjoy Suspiria. Great movie. This one's my favorite so far. I love Tenebrae to death. And this one's another one of my favorites. I love opera. So far, out of the ones I've seen, Argento's on a great track. I mean, I love all these movies. Like I said, my probably would go so far, it probably would go Tenebrae, then opera, then Suspiria. But I still love all three films. So one day, though, I need to just watch Deep Red. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet, but I need to watch Deep Red someday. Yeah, that's how I rank it so far. I know I haven't seen a lot of his movies yet. Dracula 3D. Oh yeah, he did make that movie. I totally forgot. And Mother of Tears, which I heard was pretty good. Well, I heard it was pretty good, and I heard from other people it was pretty bad. So mixed, I guess you could say, mixed movie. Suspiria was still great when I re-watched it, but sadly, the dubbing was a lot more distracting this time around. It took a while to get used to it. I like Suspiria. It's like the whole ballet aspect. And it's a big part of the movie is the ballet. And I love the opera movie. And the opera and opera wasn't that bad. Like I actually dug the music and the idea of making it a play. So opera showed that I can get into that. But with Suspiria and ballet, I didn't get into that. And it's a big part of the movie is the ballet aspect. Another thing that I really didn't get into was the twist, where you think it's just a giallo killer, and it's this witchcraft and these witches and they're doing a ritual and this old witch, and I'm like, huh? Where did this plot come from? You know? It was like, all right, you're about what? You were about like a third into the movie, and it was like, oh, witchcraft, witches. I'm like, what? You know? But I still love the movie a lot. Still really enjoy Suspiria. Deep Red is a masterpiece. I have to watch it one day. Mother of Tears is awesome. It is such a fun finale to the Three Mothers trilogy. What exactly is that trilogy? What is that trilogy? Because I don't remember. Isn't Suspiria one of them? I think, right? Suspiria, right? I think so. I recommend the Brother Crystal Plumage. It has the classic ninja style, but also mixed in with quite a bit of Hitchcock. Yeah, I'm definitely watching it one day. Wow, I'll have to watch it, bro. Who's behind you? Who's behind me? I don't know. Oh, this guy? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know. He's been stuck on my wall for like months now, so I guess we'll just stay there, just hanging around. Oh, you mean this guy? Oh, that's legend right there. That's a legend. Brandon Lee, bro. Legend. But yeah. I guess with Fulci, The only other Fulci movies I'm gonna check out is I'm gonna get it wrong, I bet. Lizard and the Woman's Skin, whatever that one's called. A lizard and woman with lizard skin. I don't remember what it was like. Lizard skin, something with lizard skin. I want to see that. The Black Cat. I know he did. Was it Voices from Beyond? And then there's that last movie he did, which I want to see. And I believe that's about it. I believe. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. The posters. Oh, okay. I was just playing around. It goes Suspiria, Inferno, and Mother of Tears. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Mother of Tears yet, so I'll check it out. Are you going to watch The Brutal New York Ripper? Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot about that one. My bad. Of course I'm going to watch that. New York Ripper, yeah, it's one of his biggest ones, so I'll check that one out. But so far, man, I've really enjoyed his work, especially at Cat in the Brain, Still Living, that was pretty good. The Beyond, Zombie, great movies. I know this is John. I think this is John's favorite, but I like House by Cemetery. It was pretty good for what it was. I liked it. House by Cemetery. They're trying to scare you, but it didn't work. Ah! Fail! I'm just joking now. Oh, man. Well, guys, I think we've been on here for around, 2 hours and 11 minutes. So I'm probably going to cut the stream in about 5 minutes. Get about 5 more minutes. I'll just let everybody say goodbye. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Can't believe I haven't seen any Fulci's work yet. You haven't? I really recommend that you start out with Zombie. I think this is how you should watch it. Watch Zombie. Well, this is how I recommend it. Zombie, See the Living Dead, The Beyond. Then I would watch, well, I guess most people would say watch Don't Torture Duckling. I wasn't personally a fan of Don't Torture Duckling. This film. Most would say start out with this movie. It wasn't really a movie for me, but if you like you might like it. So I guess we'd go this, then Zombie, See the Living Dead, The Beyond. Then I would check out stuff like Cat in the Brain and his other work. But you might like this one. I don't know. I just wasn't really my kind of movie. I didn't really get into it very much, but most people will tell you this is the best one. This is the best movie. I'm more of a Zombie, See the Living Dead, The Beyond kind of guy, But I can't believe I have. Oh yeah, I already read that. Stupid. Have only seen Zombie from Lucio Fulci. Yeah, I mean he makes great movies. I'm really a big fan of him. I want to see some more Mario Bava though. Mario Bava's films. I haven't seen one of his movies, so one day I want to see Mario Bava's work because it's like Argento, Fulci, and Bava, and like Umberto Lenzi and Rugo Deodato are all the big Italian directors that I have to see more work from. Cannibal Frogs looks even worse. The animal cruelty than Cannibal Holocaust, so I'm not sure about that one, but Umberto Lenzi's other movie, Nightmare City, looks very cool. Yeah, again, a director that I'll have to check out some more of his work. It's a really dark film, Cannibal Ferox. It's a really dark film. It's very grim. It's very dark. It's very hard-edged. It's very hard to watch. So if you're going to watch Cannibal Ferox, just know it's going to be it's a really mean-spirited movie. I mean, there's not one shed of hope in that movie. It's one of those films like Martyrs where it's like so dark that it's like unbelievably dark for a film. Because like I said, it's one of those movies where there's not a lot of hope left in it. Like you don't really believe people can escape and stuff. Even though some people, I guess you could say this is a spoiler, but let's just say not everybody dies. but I'm not gonna tell you who lives and who dies. In case you do want to watch it. But it's a very mean spirited movie. It's a very dark film. But anyways, guys, it's been fun chatting with you guys for about 2 hours and 15 minutes now. It's been awesome. It's been great. I want to thank everybody here: Devin, Alex Super, Aiden, John, Machete Slasher. We had who else? But Chuck in here. I don't think we had Ty this time, and we didn't have JG this time either. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. It's been fun. Really appreciate all the support. And yeah, it's been awesome just chilling and hanging out with you guys. Thanks for watching. But anyways, guys, I'll see you later. Explorer 4 is out. Have a good night. Peace. I do that way too many times. Bye, guys.